How's everybody going? Hope y'all are having a nice weekend. I am. We are on a bit of an adventure today because I organised a little bit of a smaller ride meet because we're going to one of the smaller towns outside of Perth, you know, for a motorcycle festival that's going on. So that should be good. So there's a couple of us meeting up at a fuel station, and then we'll head underway, have a gaze at what the motorcycle festival has to offer us, have a nice gaze at some nice motorcycles, and cruise on back. So this is going to be a very long ride, because I think it's about 80, maybe 90 kilometers away from our start point. So it'll be a good little ride. Get the caddy to stretch its legs a little bit. Rather than doing small little spurts here and there, this will be a longer ride. Now, we'll be heading to York for the festival. We'll have a quick sticky peek around, and we'll come back to the city relatively quick-ish, because there's been a forecast for thunderstorms essentially that is supposed to roll in around 1-2, but over here when it comes to the weather bureau, half the time they're not even right. But the way the clouds were setting in last night and today, I don't want to risk it. So yeah, we'll go there, spend an hour or two, and then hike back just before the forecasted storm is supposed to kick in. So yeah, let's see how that goes. Looks like everyone's all here and accounted for. So let us get on our merry way. So we're going to be making our way down to York now. So it should be good. These are some nice roads, especially if you just want to go for a bit of a cruise, man. They're not sharp turns, but they're enough to give your booty a good old wiggle to it. The road is most definitely busy, and I'm assuming a lot of people are heading down to York. Now I chose to start at 10, mainly because stuff doesn't really kick off in York until 10, so it's kind of like, why go there early when people are still setting up kind of thing. So yeah, start at 10, so when we get there, we may struggle to find parking, but bikes, you know, not hard to find parking for bikes. Not to mention, everything will be going, so it'll all be Gucci. 30 kilometers before we have to turn off right, so it's going to be a long ride, considering it doesn't get up to 100 till like we're like further out, so it's kind of like slow until then essentially. Not to mention, we do have a learner with us, so I think she's only really allowed to go up to about 90, so that's essentially where we'll be sitting at most of the time, is 90. And yeah, but yeah, for the most part this road is freaking mint, because the quality of the road is really good, and it's going through the hills. So there are a lot of like nice turns where you can do stupid speeds, and you have plenty of room to essentially, yeah, you know, maneuver. The only downside is, oh, excuse me, being this far out, yeah, being this far out, there's a major thing for kangaroos, because you're out in the you're pretty much in the wilderness now. There's no fencing for land, nothing. It's just animals that free roam everywhere. So that's a big thing you got to watch out for, especially if you're gonna be going fast. These kangaroos, because they just dart out of nowhere, and they're just stupid ass creatures in general. So it doesn't help with them just bouncing along. I'm just gonna enjoy my music and enjoy the relaxing ride, I guess, because, you know, I can't go fast, but it is what it is. So yeah, enjoy that. The final stretch into York. I think it said something about 30 or 40 kilometers, so yeah, not too bad. This is the first time I've taken this bike to York anyway, because I took my 899 to York last time and it was painful, because back then the roads were a little bit more bumpy, so no bueno on the wrist, no bueno. I kind of feel sorry for matey over here on his V2, but I think the suspension on the V2 would have been a lot better than the 899s. But I do have to say, they've cleaned the trees up, because the trees used to be overhanging over the road. They've cleaned it up real good. I need to keep an eye on my speed and the people behind me. Come on guys, it's 100 on this road. You can't be slowing down the traffic behind you like this. I think she went up that way. Yeah, I can park there. Because the only other alternative is parking in between cars, but then that's just asking for trouble.
So we park by the gate and
yeah.
go for it.
Yeah. Yeah. My lower back is starting to go. As much as this is like comfy as shit, It's it does eventually get to you. It's not too bad. It's kind of like similar-ish. It's a little bit more plush, I think, but might be just because, like, if you're sitting directly on top of it, maybe then it's kind of, yeah, might be a bit harder. Because, do you sit back or forward? Yeah, that's fucking hard. Move back, yeah. Nah, I was fidgeting on the way in here because my, like, left lower back is just, like, tight as shit, and it's just, like, can't really adjust too much. From, like, just keeping it perched, or? Yeah, nah, I was just, like, swinging it around like the front like I was running. Hey? Oh, you put them up. Oh, so you're like... Whew. All I know is that these pumps are making a killing on today. Now that's a bike you don't see very often. HP4, the blue Beamer. There aren't many of them around. They're like the track version HP4s. Yeah, I was just gonna say, from here it's literally straight and you're back in Perth, so if everyone wants to do their own thing, like go at their own speed.
Yeah, I've put Kate's address in, so once it tells me to go a different way.
Yeah, just pull off, don't worry about us. Because pretty much from here on I'll be like, not looking back as much.
Kate's like, what are you saying?
We're talking shit.
Apparently, it's really, really raining, like really aggressive.
Yeah.
So, I don't know about you guys, but Kate's fucking there. It's raining really aggressive. Apparently it's really bad. My dad's so worried.
There's nothing to be worried about, it's just go slow.
Yep.
Like literally, go slow.
Yeah, I love riding in the rain.
Yeah. It's actually quite fun, except for the wind. Wind and rain, that's annoying, but rain by itself is fine.
Apparently it came earlier than expected.
Because they said 2, and Katie was saying that it was already raining when we were there.
Yeah, well, we got rained on our way. We got a bit of rain when we left.
That was just one cloud, and that was not rain. Fuck off with that. That's like less than a drizzle. Yeah, just park there if you want. Just sit. Just sit there, it's fine. Yeah, you don't have to move. Just pop your kickstand down.
Defensive rain driving. Any tips? Take it slow, look ahead, don't look down.
Yes, Grandma.
I think it's waterproof.
You have the media mod? No.
This is not.
That's why I'm shitting myself
Yeah,
right now.
Take mine off. Take it off and put it in your bag.
Probably be.
Hi.